when we're dancing on the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling when we're dancing on the ceiling. What y'all know about that vintage Lionel Richie? Say you, say me, say it for always. Oh, that's the way it should be. Penny lover should walk on by. Penny lover, you're my heart desire. Hello, is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Somewhere feeling lonely, is someone loving you? What y'all know about that Lionel Richie? Lionel Richie is the king. He's one of the soul royalties and pop princes. You hear me? Lionel Richie's the man. Love Lionel Richie. Well, Lionel Richie in the 80s, when he broke off from the Commodores, shout out to that also soul royalty, the Commodores. When he broke off from them, and he started his Lionel Richie era of ruling and everything. When Lionel Richie would be out, Michael Jackson would be out. And, hey Mia, what's up, David? And Lionel Richie, I would just be jamming to Lionel Richie. Then Lionel Richie would go out there, Michael Jackson would come out with something, maybe Thriller or something. What's the next one? Thriller or Bad or something. So Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson were my favorite two artists. Prince came in a close third, as like the male pop and soul artists. Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson. And so, yeah, they ruled it for the 80s, in the 80s for me. However, let's get right to why I'm calling for y'all attention right now. Look, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I know I've been pretty quiet on some things, and I just want to. And I got a few more minutes before my next client comes in, so I'm going to just run this by y'all really quickly, okay? This is Rico the Opinionist. Just share my thoughts. And I'm up to 198 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. So I said when I get to 200, I'm going to start going live on my YouTube channel and let 2023 make it do what it do on my Rico the Opinionist podcast. I'm going to change it to that name. So anyway, did y'all see it on the news where, the soccer players from Morocco, they had won their championship game or whatever, and the first thing he did was say, "This goes out to all the Moroccans and the Arabs," and that upset everybody. Then you have a little rapper by the name of French Montana who came out and it came out as being from Morocco, a Moroccan, and he loved to say the N-word all day long. He was dating Khloe Kardashian, wearing the big chains, trying to look like the so-called street thug black dudes in hip hop. But you see how he stuck his claim to being a Moroccan? I want y'all to pay attention to these people. And then, okay, let me move over a little more. Kevin Hart is being canceled because you said Egypt, the main Egyptians were black. And Egyptians, the white-looking ones, have come out and want Kevin Hart stopped. They want him canceled. He has a concert coming up in Cairo, I think in February of 2023. And they want him, well, he has a comedy show, concert, same thing. They want him, these individuals are speaking on Twitter, reportedly, allegedly, saying they don't want him to come to Cairo and do his comedy show. He's a liar. He lied about the history and all of that, right? We know the original name, that part of the world, is called Nubia and Kemet. And we know, you and I know, that Egypt and Morocco, all that are on the continent of Africa. And I'm going to take y'all back to why none of this surprises me, because in the 90s, when I was a young man, there was these wonderful scholars that I was introduced to by the name of Dr. Ben Yakahanan. Dr. Ben for short, he was a master teacher Egyptologist, and a brother by the name of Dr. John Henry Clark. these two scholars. And don't forget Dr. Ivan van Sertima, who wrote the book, They Came Before Columbus. See, the reason a lot of these pale folks who live on black lands could come out and stake claims like this and just push Africa and push black folks to the side, because we as black folks somewhere down the line said that knowing our history didn't matter anymore because we're multicultural. We're all one race. We're all one people. And anybody who says that, you keep that mother lover away from me. See, white folks love to say this. We're all one human race. We're all one human race. But then when you Google the word human, hue means color, H-U-E, right? And so what group of people does not have any color? I'll wait. I'm going to give y'all a minute. They say Google is your friend. Wikipedia, supposedly. And so it's an outrage. Black folks are upset and people are upset. But why would you be upset? All you have to do is just show them some history. But nobody wants to be black. You got even black folks. You find out a Negro, let's say like Montel Williams did in the 80s and 90s when he had his show. He would always say, well, you know, I'm quarter black. Now, a quarter now, this much. And that's what he celebrated on. You got some folks find out that they got 30% of Latin America, all of a sudden they Spaniards now. It's weird. Nobody wants to be black. But thank God for me that I like being black, and I read the history. I understand our blood. I understand our genetics. So I feel great all the time. So you got to be out of your mind and not to want to be with the original, the blueprint of humanity. That's who we are. And so, he said, what say me? I am a human. Exactly. And so the soccer player, I think he must have came out and made an apology. I don't know, but we need to pay attention. While we so busy trying to make everybody, these mulattoes from all over the world, be they a mestiza out of Latin America, Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, these mestizas and mestizos, that's Spanish for mixed. Then you got the mulattoes of America, we call biracial. None of that means black. Yeah, you have black in you, but that doesn't make you black. Because at any given moment, you can pick a side. Got it? You can pick what you want to be. So, but we as African Americans, and then people in Africa and the diaspora, need to understand the politics of race and stop playing these stupid ass games with race. That's why we keep losing. That's why everybody else is getting money sent to them because of who they are as a racial group. But black folks have let other blacks, stupid mother lovers, and Caucasians tell you, we're just one race. It's only one race. It's the human race. And when they give reparations to everybody else based on their race. So I wasn't surprised when that little Moroccan bastard said that. Because he's a mixed Moroccan. He's a mulatto. He understands his benefit. Then you have the little sorry sacks of shit down in the Dominican Republic. I'm not the black, I'm Dominican, looking like Don Cheadle. See, white supremacy is a mental state. It's got black folks insane and got white people insane. But we won't do the reading, so we won't have to have this insanity. Then there's this video of this, I think this Dominican grandmother, well, her daughter's trying to give her daughter a black doll, but the Dominican grandma trying to give her grandbaby a white doll. It's insane. It's global. So when French Montana and, you know, all these little white Puerto Ricans like Fat Joe and all of them will get to say the N-word, y'all understand, because they believe they're better and they're above. They understand what white supremacy, they understand they have, that what white supremacy is. They understand that they have kind of, as relates to politically speaking and racially speaking, and under this system, that they're kind of above the actual Negro in America or in Africa. So y'all pay attention. Go back and read those books. Now they have it on YouTube. Read the lectures. Listen to the lectures on YouTube. Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, they used to have debates about this stuff. They wrote plenty of literature. They wrote books, their articles. Those men and women who talked about us as relates to it being part of the African diaspora, you know, those people, a lot of them are passed on, or some of them in their 80s and 90s. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson, who's still trying to teach Negroes. You know, a lot of them died in Brother Aswa Kwesi's here in Dallas, who's trying to keep the works of Dr. Ben Yahanan, keep his works alive and take you on these trips to Africa to let you see the hieroglyphics in the pyramids. And see how anybody can cancel a Negro. Did y'all ever notice that? Any group can cancel a Negro. Kevin Hart said something that he probably didn't even know he was saying that was the truth. But y'all have to understand, these entertainers are not a part of us. They're part of their system that they signed on to make money with. The black athletes, the black comedians, the black singers, the black rappers, the black movie stars, they're all part of a system, and they understand the unwritten rule. Do not say or do anything that would empower black people. That's why they brought in that shit. Well, we know, when they have a nonprofit, try to make it like more multicultural. It's more inclusive. Don't just say black. Now these are black folks. You know, because white folks love to say, can it be more multicultural? Could they even try to set it up where you can't receive funding for your nonprofit if you just say black? And I don't know what the problem we have with it. I do understand what the problem is because we don't read it. We don't even read African American history or African history. Believe it or not, the two are intertwined, but we are connected. You know, we're going to get it one day. White supremacy never ends. I don't care what white woman or white man or Hispanic or whatever you have sex with, that still don't stop white supremacy. All you did was choose a strategy by which you can survive. You think survive under white racism. That's what I think about interracial dating in marriages. It's about the black person trying to find some other way they think is comfortable to live and survive under white racism. And then their children, in the same way they have the children, the mixed children on purpose, in my opinion. Because I'm going back comparing it to when African women, the enslaved African women start volunteering to make, to have children with the plantation owner or the white overseer. Because in their minds, as long as their child look like them, Serena Williams, as long as their child look like them, Eve, as long as their children look like them, who else? Tika Sumpter, Whoopi Goldberg, they won't get very far in society looking African. So they purposely say, well, maybe this child will make it further into this white dominated society. And guess what? They did. They did make it a little further. They got a lot of credit, not for being mulatto, but for being black. So they were able to masquerade as black while they're being by racially being mulatto. Got it? But y'all gonna learn one day. Y'all gonna stop saying, Rico, you tripping. No, I live in reality. And history is a great teacher. If you don't know your history, you're damn near bound to repeat even the most disgusting parts. Because they say a whole lot of stuff in social media and on the news and in these TV shows. I said, wonder how many black folks caught that. It's not that I'm paying attention to stuff all the time. And hell, when you're awakened, not woke, but awakened, a conscious, you just see stuff like, damn, they just really let that slide on through without any black protest, because a lot of black folks are asleep. We still think that American dream includes us, which it could be. But then you can't walk the American dream and then be talking about some goddamn Wakanda forever. How you do that shit? You can't. That's weird. When I saw the first Black Panther movie, I ain't see no biracials. I didn't see no homosexuals, no LGBT. I didn't see any of that. But I know the second one now, they made sure it was all inclusive. I never watched it, but according to reports. So, but anyway, I'm going to end right there. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Nobody wants to be black, hell, not even black Americans. They think if I reject my blackness, my rejection will turn into acceptance by others. And that's stupid. Be who you are, not when it's convenient. Don't turn into white folks and we only want the rhythm of black folks, but we don't want the blues. Don't do that. Accept all who you are. And when you learn who you are, you'll learn your true power and why the hatred for you because of your nose and your lips and your hair is so real. But we don't know. But they just hate me because the color of my skin. Not just because of the color of your skin, but your genetics and everything else. Read the books. Hell. Look at the YouTube channels. Doctor, let me throw the names out for you again. Dr. Ben Yagahanan or Dr. Ben. Great researcher. Egyptologist. Dr. John Henry Clark. And who else? Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. Dr. John G. Jackson. Dr. George G. Jackson, John G. Jackson. Introduction to African Civilization. So anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I think I got a few minutes. Yeah, my client will be here in about 20 minutes. So y'all be cool. Y'all check out my book now if y'all haven't gotten it. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's only $10. PDF format, meaning, hey, if you hit me on that Cash App for the $10, which is $ Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST, basically opinion with IST on the end. Rico, RICOTHE, the Opinionist, yeah. Hit me with that, and please send an email address, and I can email it right to you as soon as I receive your payment. I appreciate you for checking me out. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's where I'll be in 23. Y'all be cool. Gonna enjoy this wonderful day. Y'all enjoy yours as well. Peace.